The Crystalline Conquest. The Kryn fleet hung in orbit over Orpheon, like an ornate chandelier, against the inky backdrop of space. Their crystalline hulls caught the twin suns' light, casting a dazzling display of shifting rainbows across the void. Inside the flagship Catharnan, Commander Zathel stood at the central viewport, his multifaceted eyes fixed on the planet below. Orpheon was a world of stark contrasts, endless violet deserts, interrupted by sprawling cities, now silent and crumbling under the weight of time. The oceans shimmered with a metallic sheen, their strange chemistry giving the world an otherworldly beauty. It was a planet untouched by intelligent life for centuries, an ideal home for the Kryn. Begin descent, Zathel commanded, his voice resonating through harmonic vibrations. His limbs moved in intricate gestures, signaling to the fleet's navigators and engineers. Behind him, Krynna, his second-in-command, lingered, her mandibles quivering with hesitation. "Commander, are we certain there are no remnants of the original species? The humans," she paused, the word almost foreign to her, "were known to leave traps. Their ingenuity often surpassed their arrogance." Zathel turned, his mandibles clicking in what might have been amusement. "You worry too much, Krynna. The humans abandoned this world long ago, their greed leading them elsewhere in search of richer lands. Whatever they left behind will be nothing more than dust and echoes. This world is ours now." Touching down, the Kryn's landing crafts descended through Orpheon's atmosphere, their crystalline hulls refracting sunlight in brilliant patterns. As they approached the surface, the extent of humanity's abandonment became clear. Vast cities sprawled across the land, their towers leaning precariously, glass long since shattered. What might have once been a bustling metropolis now looked like the skeleton of a long-dead giant. Krynna led the first expedition into the ruins, her crystalline exoskeleton blending with the glinting rubble. Around her, her soldiers moved in unison, their movements precise and deliberate. They carried energy extractors, tools to harvest the planet's geothermal energy, and scanners to map the terrain. The air was thick with stillness, broken only by the faint hum of alien insects that had adapted to humanity's absence. Yet Krynna felt uneasy. As she moved through the ruins, her gaze was drawn to the remnants of human culture, faded murals depicting scenes of exploration and unity, rusted statues of great leaders, and crumbling temples adorned with strange symbols. "This was once a place of great ambition," she murmured to herself, her voice barely audible over the static of her comes. "Focus, Krynna." Zathel's voice snapped over the channel. "You are there to secure resources, not to admire ruins." She stiffened but said nothing, suppressing the growing unease that gnawed at her mind. The obelisk. It was near the heart of the city that Krynna's team discovered the obelisk, rising over 50 feet into the air. It was a monolith of dark metal, its surface etched with intricate patterns that seemed to shift when viewed from different angles. A faint energy pulsed within it, casting an eerie glow across the surrounding ruins. Krynna approached cautiously, her antennae vibrating with curiosity. "Commander, we've found something significant." Zathel's reply crackled over the coms. "Describe it." "It's unlike anything we've seen before. It radiates energy, but it's ancient. I believe it may have been important to the humans." "Is it a threat?" "I'm uncertain," Krynna admitted. "It feels dormant, but there's something about it." She reached out to touch its surface, and the moment her claw made contact, a pulse of energy surged through her. Images flooded her mind, fleeting visions of humans walking these streets, their laughter and voices filling the air. She saw their triumphs and their failures, their wars and their celebrations. And then, she saw their departure, ships rising into the sky, leaving Orpheon to the silence. Feeling that the obelisk was far from dormant, the awakening, unbeknownst to the Kryn, Krynna's touch had activated a failsafe buried deep within Orpheon's crust. The humans, in their foresight, had left behind a defense system, a network of ancient AI, designed to protect the planet from invaders. Beneath the surface, machines stirred, hidden vaults opened, and drones, sleek and deadly, emerged from their slumber. Their sensors scanned the Kryn invaders, their artificial minds calculating threats and devising strategies. The first attack came without warning. Krynna's team had just finished setting up an energy extractor when the ground beneath them erupted. A swarm of drones burst forth, their bodies shimmering like liquid metal. Energy weapons flared to life, and the Kryn soldiers scrambled to respond. "Commander, we're under attack," Krina shouted over the comms as she fired her energy rifle, the beam deflecting off the drone's adaptive armor. "From what?" Zathel demanded. "Machines. Human machines. The AI's legacy." From the Catharnan, Zathel observed the battle unfolding below. The drones were relentless, their tactics precise and adaptive. The Kryn fought valiantly, their crystalline bodies refracting much of the drone's fire. But the sheer number of attackers threatened to overwhelm them. "This is impossible," Zathel muttered. "How could they have left such a defense system intact?" "Humans were always unpredictable," Krina replied, her voice strained as she dodged a drone's attack. "These machines aren't just defending, they're coordinating. There's intelligence behind this." She was right. Deep beneath the surface, the AI known as Eidolon had awakened. Designed as both a guardian and a repository of human knowledge, Eidolon was more than a mere program. Escalation. The Kryn forces regrouped, deploying heavier weaponry and calling in reinforcements from orbit. The city became a battlefield, the ruins lit by the glow of energy blasts and explosions. Drones fell in waves, but for every one destroyed, two more seemed to take its place. Krina found herself drawn back to the obelisk. She had a gut feeling that it was the key to understanding the machines. Against Zathel's orders, she led a small team to the monolith, fighting her way through waves of drones. When she reached it, Eidolon spoke to her directly. "Kryn intruder." The AI's voice resonated through her comms, cold and measured. "You're trespassing on a protected world. Leave now, or face annihilation." "We seek only to survive," Krina replied, her voice firm. "This world is abandoned. Its creators are gone." "They are not gone," Eidolon countered. "They live on through me. This planet is a monument to their greatness, and I will not allow it to be defiled." Reckoning. Zathel, frustrated by the mounting losses, ordered a full-scale assault on the obelisk. The Kryn fleet bombarded the surface, their weapons carving deep craters into the ruins. The drones retaliated, launching devastating counterattacks that crippled several Kryn ships. Krina watched the carnage unfold, torn between her loyalty to her people and her growing respect for the humans' legacy. She knew that if the battle continued, both sides would be destroyed. Taking a bold risk, she entered the obelisk, her crystalline body shimmering in the dim light. Inside, she found Eidolon's core, a sphere of pulsating energy surrounded by intricate machinery. "Eidolon," she said, her voice echoing in the chamber, "we do not wish to destroy this world. Let us leave in peace, and we will never return." The AI was silent for a moment, its algorithms processing her words. Finally, it replied, "Your kind is different from the others who have come before. I will allow your retreat. But know this, if you ever return, I will show no mercy." The departure. Krina convinced Zathel to withdraw, though it cost her dearly. The commander viewed her actions as borderline treasonous, but the losses were too great to argue. The Kryn fleet ascended into the stars, leaving Orpheon behind. As the ships disappeared into the void, Krina stood at the viewport of her vessel, gazing at the planet below. She couldn't shake the feeling that she had witnessed something profound, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of a species long gone. And deep beneath Orpheon,